Okay, we are back. I took a day off because that last video was very satisfying to make, but it took a while. So, let's get back into this. The case against vaccination. And we're on day 9 now? Yeah? Day 9 or 10? Shoot, let me check this. Yeah, we're on day 10 now. Let's get into it. Re-vaccination in the Army. Okay. Then look at our re-vaccinated Army. From 1860 to 1888, we had no less than 3,953 cases of smallpox in the British Army. And 391 of them died. If revaccination won't protect the soldier, how is it going to protect the nurse? In Egypt, in 1889, they died at the rate of 1.750 per million from the smallpox. But as a matter of fact, the government do not believe in revaccination. The other day, when the epidemic broke out in London, a regiment of soldiers was stationed at St. John's Wood, near, and so terrified were the government with regard to the matter that an urgent order came down from the Horse Guards, sending the regiment away to the other end of England, lest the revaccinated soldiers should catch the smallpox. Liberals still think like this. It's crazy to me. But it makes sense, man. I guess, you know. You're gonna keep banging your head in a brick wall, doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. And you don't care about being on the right side of history. You just dance. What do you expect, man? Stupid is as stupid does. Doesn't mean that stupid wins. Lest the revaccinated soldiers should catch the smallpox. I heard an amusing incident the other day about a magistrate who had some of those ignorant fanatics like you. No, we don't believe in I don't believe in vaccination. It's pretty sure you can tell by now exactly what I think of vaccination. Yeah. Oh, this here is the Kylan. You know this mod, the Blade by Geek Vape. This is also by Geek Vape. Kylan V2. And I got some new juice. Let's see here. It's my Karachi juice right now. No nicotine. It's okay. It's not the best, but it's not the worst I've ever had, certainly. Okay. Who had some of those ignorant fanatics, people who don't believe in vaccines, like some of you before him. He told the defendants that they ought to be ashamed of themselves letting their children go unvaccinated, and added, "Why, I would not let my children go unprotected from this dire disease on any account," quote unquote. A short time afterwards, illness came into his house, and the doctor told him that a servant had the smallpox. And no sooner did the old gentleman hear that than his courage oozed out of his fingertips, and he sent for the nearest fire escape in order that the children might be taken away through the window. Wow. Hypocrisy and cowardice. This is the price that people must pay for living their life based on lies, based on a belief that vaccines work. This is what you get, man, for believing in that nonsense, in that mad science. You reap what you sow. So If you believe in vaccines, then you reap what you sow, which is disease. And these people know it. Okay, they know that vaccines are a scam. These people back then knew vaccines were a scam, and Bill Gates is still pushing this crap. He's still a vaccine zealot, a pro-vaccine zealot. And he himself knows what he's doing. He himself knows that he's planning mass murder of innocent but beguiled people who have believed in this hoax on the entire human species that Edward Jenner helped to propagate, this massive scam called vaccination. Okay? All the people that want to come into your house and take your children away from you and put them in foster care because COVID. They've been looking for an excuse this whole time. This is just, how they, I guess, add legitimacy. But the thing is, the way I see it, they can only have legitimacy if there are people absolutely either completely brainwashed or just all out traitors against the human species. Okay? Because they don't pay attention to math and logic. Okay? And cause and effect. They don't have even a basic understanding of the human immune system. But I bet you Bill Gates does. And I bet you he knows exactly what he's doing. Okay? Because I'm pretty sure he knows all about Edward Jenner. He just doesn't want regular people knowing about Edward Jenner. But I'm here to tell you, this is the man who gave us vaccines. This is who we have to thank for Bill Gates's fetish. Okay. His genocidal little fetish. Why I would not let my children go unprotected from this dire disease on any account. A short time afterwards, illness came into his house, and the doctor told him that a servant had the smallpox. And no sooner did the old gentleman hear that than his courage oozed out at his fingertips. At his fingertips. And he sent for the nearest fire escape in order that the children might be taken away through the window so as to avoid passing the door of the infected chamber. Then there are those doctors who tell us that not only have they been revaccinated, but that if a smallpox epidemic occurred, they would be done again. Yes, a special kind of stupid. Yes. Like Mitt Romney kind of stupid. Like Lindsey Graham saying that he would double the WHO funding if Bill Gates was the head of the WHO. This man is clearly a wolf in sheep's clothing. And after that, I'm sorry, dude, your reputation is shot to shit with me. I don't care what your past is like, okay? I don't care what you've done in the past. I don't care. You say something like that and your reputation is shot to shit. They would be done again, which shows that they have not much faith in revaccination either. At Berkhamsted, Sir Astley Cooper, who has been sitting on the bench, declared in a speech on the subject that he had been vaccinated no less than 7 times, and such was his wonderful faith in the operation that he declared, with all the courage of a Roman gladiator, if an epidemic occurred, I would go and be vaccinated again. Why? If they had tattooed the old gentleman from head to foot, he would still be crying, "Dude, pray give me more vaccination." And this is gonna be a short video, guys, because lately these videos have been kind of long, and it takes a while to meme these things. So go with your gut, patriots. Always remember, these people have to maintain the image of legitimacy, and all it takes is for a bunch of pissed off people to turn around, look at these people, look them in the face, and say, "Listen, you're fired." Okay? That's all it takes. The next time some fascist sheriff comes to you, some fascist public servant comes to you and tries to enforce unequal weights of law on you, they're a public servant. They're working for you. And they are violating you. All it takes is to look at them and tell them that they are fired and no longer work for you. After that, anything they do is on them, between them and God. But you have the right not to have your civil rights and your religious freedoms stomped on by people like Governor Lightfoot and like these cops that arrest mothers and children in the park, okay, who are minding their business. Public officials who go around harassing fishermen and filling skate parks with sand. That shit had me high-key pissed. Really brought back memories of when the Democrats shut down the government. I think this was under Obama, yeah? The government shut down for some reason. I don't know if it was the Democrats or what was, I forgot exactly what was going on. But the Capitol was devoid of everything, and there were skateboarders tearing the mess out of Washington, living it up, ripping and shredding all over the streets of Washington, D.C. It was boss. I only wish I had a car back then that I could go up to Washington and shred with these OGs. But, hey man, it was not to be. But, yeah man, this is all it takes. Police do not have more authority than the people. They work for the people. Okay? And all it takes is for some fascist cop to run up on the wrong citizen. And that's what they're most afraid of. Okay? They want to be able to enforce their fascism on you without fear of reprisal. Bill Gates wants to be able to walk into your house and vaccinate you whenever he wants to, because he likes killing people and doesn't care for the consequences of such things. Okay? And there are consequences. There are definitely consequences. Okay? The fact that we have a waveform alphabet proves there are consequences to this type of shit. Okay? So, like I said, the next time you see a public official like Lightfoot, like somebody, just turn to them as their employer. Look them in the face and fire them. Go with your gut, patriots. Cheers. Where we go one, we go all.